Hi, my name is Michael Fazio, and I'm a volunteer organizer with the Ohio Democratic Party. Working with volunteers over the past several weeks, I've noticed firsthand the confusion and chaos created by the back and forth over voting rights. Last night, volunteers called one after the other, asking for clarification about when and where they can vote. All of them were stunned that in 2014, 8 days before the polls were set to be open, they would just disappear. We need a governor in Ohio who's going to fight to make voting easy to do and easier to understand, which is why I'm proud to be here today to introduce the next governor of Ohio, Ed FitzGerald.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming out. We're here at one of the locations where, if it hadn't been for the events of about less than 24 hours ago, people could be voting right now. In 2012, there were about 14,000 people that in this week of voting were able to register and vote at the same time. And there were another almost 90,000 people, a little bit more than 89,000 people, that actually voted during this week. What happened about 24 hours ago is the Republicans, John Kasich, John Husted, and others were successful in taking away a week of voting from Ohio voters. So congratulations to them, I suppose. I don't know why they were using our taxpayer money to fight over and over and over again to restrict voting. We have lost a week of early voting. We have also lost some evening hours, and we also lost a Sunday that what people would have been able to vote. It's outrageous, and it's really pretty disgusting if you think about it. You know, our taxpayer money is precious, and to use it in constant legal attempts to make it tougher for people to vote, as federal court has said over and over again, this is something that particularly affects people that are working people. It particularly has affected African Americans. And it is just an absolute travesty, I think, that we have elected officials in this state right now, John Kasich and others, that are working very, very hard to make it tougher for people to vote. You know, the governor, Governor Kasich, actually, ironically, was campaigning yesterday and encouraging people to get out to vote at the same time that his political operatives were fighting in the U.S. Supreme Court to make sure that that was not possible today. So we're going to just, we still have 28 days of early voting. We're going to do everything possible to try to get the word out. And hopefully there will be outrage about this decision, and people will say, well, if there are elected officials that are going to dedicate themselves to make it tougher to vote, then we're just going to work that much harder to make sure that those votes are actually cast and people get out and exercise their franchise. At this time, I want to turn it over to Marilyn Brown, as you know, County Commissioner for Franklin County, who's a longtime champion of voting rights on these issues. Marilyn?
Thank you. And I'm here today in front of our early vote center. As you may know, earlier this year, we arranged for Franklin County Board of Elections to move up to this location because we knew that we needed bigger space so that all voters could get out to vote at every election time. And we've done this. We had early vote here in 2012, where it was extremely busy up here, and every election time should be a busy election time. I urge every voter to get out to vote. We have fewer hours this year because of what the Supreme Court did, because our state fought to do this, but every voter needs to get out and vote this year and every year. And we've made all the arrangements to be ready for today's early vote to start, and yet that's not going to happen. But we are ready for every voter to vote, and we all need to get our friends, neighbors, and everybody we know to get out to vote starting next Sunday, not this week. To vote, it's so critically important, so please do that.